welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a fun one. We're doing a full review and demo of a new foundation that I recently got my hands on. This is the Hello Happy Flawless Brightening Foundation from Benefit Cosmetics. Benefit Canada was kind enough to send me a few of their shades, so I'm super excited. So we're gonna swatch all the shades that I do have in the collection and then do a demo with the one that matches me best. So if you're curious to see all my thoughts on this foundation, then just keep on watching. All right guys, jumping right into the demo. I'm actually gonna be using the Hello Happy Beauty Sponge today to blend out the foundation and also probably my concealer. I want to give it a test. It's very similar to the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge that is very popular because it does have like a flat side to it and then a pointed side. So this is the size of it soaking wet, by the way. It's a little bit smaller when it is dry, but I have drenched mine in water, so it's a little bit larger. Here's kind of like a comparison to my face. So that just means it's going to be really nice to kind of blend everything out. So excited to try that out because I really like the Real Techniques sponge, but I seem to always gravitate towards the beauty blenders. So interested to see how this one's going to compare. I have 4 of the shades here today that I'm going to swatch from the foundation line. There are 12 shades in the collection. They've broken up the shade ranges into 3 sections. So there's 3 light, 5 medium, and then 4 deep. I believe that 5, 6, 7, 8 are the ones that I have today, and they're all in the medium section. I think I'm either going to be a 5 or a 6, so we're gonna test that out right now. So I just thought I would swatch them all for you, like the worst at swatching. So this one here is called 5. You can barely see it on my arm. This is 6, 7, and then 8. So just to show you guys a little bit closer, this is 5, 6, 7, and then 8. I'm definitely thinking I'm gonna be 5 or 6, probably 5. Nothing seems to be oxidizing, which is really nice. I'm gonna grab some of 5 here. So that's 5. That's looking like a really good shade because you can barely see it on camera. And then let's grab 6 as well. Can you guys see those? I think I'm gonna go with number 5 here. All right, so now that I know what shade I'm gonna be using, I'm definitely gonna go in with number 5. I think I'd be 6 if I was just a smidgen more tan, but we're gonna go in with 5 today. Just so you guys can see a little bit closer up on the foundation, it is super cute. It has like a smiley face with 2 heart eyes, and it is super rose gold, which is so adorable. And then it also has a pump, which is really, really nice. Benefit always has super cute packaging, so I'm not totally shocked by that. But I'm gonna use this guy to apply the foundation. So first things first, I'm going to prime. So I'm actually using an hydrating primer today because this is supposed to be a very natural satin finish. So I'm gonna use a primer that is super hydrating and I know that I love. So this one's actually from Smashbox. It's their Photo Finish Hydrating Primer. I've used this like a gajillion times here on my channel, but I just kind of smooth that all over the face. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this into the skin. Ooh. So one thing that I'm noticing right off the bat is that the blender is like kind of harder than the Beauty Blender, but it's very similar to the Real Techniques sponge, but not as soft. Like, you know, when you blend with a Beauty Blender, it's very like cushiony. This one's not as cushiony. The foundation itself is blending out really, really nicely, super easy, and it's covering up a decent amount of the redness on my face, but still allowing my like birthmarks and freckles to kind of show it, like peek through, not like show, but peek through a tiny bit, which is nice. I personally love that in a foundation. This pump here, top of my forehead, and then bring it down my nose. I don't usually add too much to my nose because I go in with concealer a little bit. So this is one full layer, and then that's nothing. So as you can see, it's definitely evened out my skin tone completely, covered up any redness that I was having, discoloration around the nose, really nice, and it's definitely not drying matte. So you are able to work with the foundation and take your time to blend it out, but I honestly had no problems blending it. Part of that is because of color matching. When you find your right color, it is so much easier to blend everything in. because you're not like struggling like, oh my God, like everything's showing because you got the wrong color. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another tiny bit more pump on this side of the face. All right, so now I have the foundation one layer on both sides of my face. I did about 2 pumps, 2.5 pumps to cover the full face, and I'm very happy with the coverage. It's kind of looking a little bit darker than when I first applied it, which is indicating to me that it's oxidizing a teensy bit when it's drying, but with highlighting with concealer, I think that will help. I'm just noticing a little bit now, like it's a little bit darker than my neck. I do find my neck and chest area sometimes are a little bit lighter than the rest of my body. Like as you can see, my hand is a lot darker. I don't know why. I use a lot of sunscreen in that area, so that's probably why. Nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off camera, finish the rest of my makeup, and then chat a little bit more about the foundation and my thoughts. Alright guys, I am back. I finished up the rest of my makeup. As always, my full tutorial will be on Instagram, so be sure to go and check that out. But nonetheless, let's chat a little bit more about this foundation. So as I mentioned, it does come in 12 shades. I used the shade 5. I think it was a decent color match. I'm actually kind of interested to see the difference between 4 and 5. Unfortunately, I don't have 4. I do think it oxidized just a smidgen, but nothing like out there. I wouldn't go down or up a shade based on how much it did oxidize. I would stay at whatever shade you swatch in the store and seems right for you. I would stay with that shade. So I really did like the foundation. I loved how it applied. I loved that it blended out really easily on the skin. It doesn't dry quickly, so you do have quite a bit of time to work with it and move it around your face and, you know, blend it in perfectly and all that jazz, which is really nice. It does dry with a nice natural satin finish, which is awesome. That's actually one of my favorite finishes because it's just easy to work with afterwards with different products. I also find that it's most versatile for people, so if you have dry or oily skin, I feel that this foundation will work for you because it's not catered one way or the other. It is a super natural finish foundation. So Benefit does say that it is going to give you a 12-hour long wear, which is awesome. I think that 12 hours is a perfect amount of time for a foundation. There's not many occasions that I know of, at least, that you need to wear a foundation for more than 12 hours. Even my wedding day, I didn't even wear a foundation that long. So I think 12 hours is a really good amount of time. I'll let you guys know in the description box how it wears throughout the day, whether it breaks up around my nose area, if it does get a little bit oily, all that good stuff. Right now it is about 4:58, so I've had the foundation on, I would say, about 25 minutes. So I will let you guys know in the description how it lasts for the rest of the day, and then as I wear it the next couple of days as well, I'll wear it to work and stuff like that and let you know how it sits on the face and goes throughout the day. So the foundation does give a medium coverage, which I am really happy about because that's my favorite. I love medium to light coverages because you can then build them up on the days or the areas on your face that you want to have a little bit more coverage. Mixed with concealer, it worked perfectly to cover up, you know, darkness around the eyes, around the nose, and then any blemishes that I had. I had a little breakout on my chin, and I'm feeling quite confident with the way that it was covered with my foundation and concealer. So definitely happy about that. It's not a full coverage foundation. You will still see, like, for example, on my cheek areas, you can still see a little bit of freckle and birthmark peeking through, but for the most part it's pretty covered. Like, you can't really tell that I have freckles with this foundation on, but you can see like this birthmark, for example, is peeking through a little bit, which I'm totally fine with. I actually like that. I like when you can see a little bit of natural skin show through in your foundations. I like that a lot. One thing that I did want to talk about really quickly was the beauty sponge, the Hello Happy beauty sponge. I am actually not a fan of this guy. It does the job. It definitely blends everything out really nicely, but it takes a while. Like, you really have to work with it. So if you're working with a matte foundation, this is going to give you a little bit of problems because it doesn't allow you to move very quickly. It's a little bit harder as well than your beauty blender. So for that, I'm actually going to give this not a passing grade on a review, but I am liking the foundation. So at least we got 1 of 2. I'm trying to get this guy back in because it's going away. Nonetheless, I am really happy with the foundation. So the foundation, by the way, guys, it did launch in June. It launched June 25th, so it is available now at Ulta and as well at Sephora, and it is $40 Canadian, which I think is a pretty fair price for Benefit Cosmetics. They are a higher end brand, so $40 for a foundation is not too shabby. Anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a while since I reviewed like a higher end foundation. I'm actually really excited about this one. I have not really tried that many skin products from Benefit, besides like like the blushes and Hoola bronzer, which I'm totally obsessed with. So I'm excited to have this in my collection. I'm gonna keep playing with it, but so far I'm really liking it. It's very lightweight, but still gives a great amount of coverage to the skin. So check the description box for a little bit of a wear update. I'm gonna wear it the rest of the day and then a couple of days in a row, maybe even the whole month, depending on how much I like it. Be sure to check the description box for all that information. But nonetheless, guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and of course, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.